Terrifying dashcam footage, officers' miraculous escape. As we reveal heart-pounding dashcam footage of a law enforcement officer's terrifying brush with death, get ready to be on the edge of your seat. Have you ever wondered what it's really like for law enforcement officers to deal with potentially fatal circumstances on a daily basis? In the face of turmoil and violence, how do police keep their cool? Come along as we explore this compelling story of survival in which instantaneous choices can spell the difference between life and death. Can the police avoid the constant stream of gunfire and survive? What might we infer from their terrifying encounter? Prepare to see bravery, resiliency, and sheer willpower like you've never seen before. To give you a clear idea, the action begins on a sleepy suburban street with lengthy shadows being cast across the pavement by the flickering light of streetlights. There's a sharpness to the night air, and the atmosphere is peaceful. The silence is broken abruptly by the distinct sound of gunfire, which reverberates through the silence with unsettling clarity. The harsh cracks of the gunfire pierce the darkness like thunderclaps, creating a tension-filled atmosphere. The quiet neighborhood is abruptly turned into a bloody battlefield as the officer's police car becomes the center of an intense altercation. As the officer's training is put to the ultimate test, the scene is illuminated by flashing lights that create strange shadows on the surrounding buildings. The stakes rise with every second that goes by, and the officer's willpower is tested to the breaking point in a desperate attempt to survive. The scene is set for an engrossing story of bravery, resiliency, and the unwavering pursuit of justice in the face of unfathomable danger against this backdrop of fear and uncertainty. The officer's action in the face of immediate danger is nothing short of remarkable. Even though there is a lot of gunfire going on all around them, they act calmly and professionally, which is surprising given how serious the situation is. The officer's training kicks in as they react with lightning speed, skillfully maneuvering their police car and using evasive tactics to dodge the hail of bullets that are falling on them. Their every action is deliberate, every choice made with lightning-fast accuracy as they negotiate the turmoil in front of them. The cop keeps their composure and works tirelessly to outmaneuver their attacker and put the situation under control, despite the fear that is gnawing at the edges of their consciousness and the adrenaline that is flowing through their veins. It is evidence of their courage, bravery, and steadfast devotion to serving and defending their community in the face of the worst possible threat. The officer's response, as the drama develops, is a potent reminder of the great lengths law enforcement personnel will go to in order to ensure the safety of their communities, as well as the sacrifices they make on a daily basis while performing their duties. The once calm streets become a battleground where danger lurks around every corner as the pursuit intensifies. As the police moves with steely determination through the maze-like streets, their senses are enhanced and their attention is razor-sharp. The stakes are raised and the stress increases with every second that goes by. The officer's instincts and training are put to the test as they pursue the suspect relentlessly, turning the chase into a thrilling race against the clock. The surrounding buildings were eerily illuminated by the patrol cars' flashing lights, creating a striking contrast to the night's blackness. A sense of urgency and dread hangs thick in the air as shadows flit and flicker in the background. The police doesn't let the pandemonium around them stop them. They are unyielding in their commitment to pursue justice. There are fresh difficulties and barriers to get beyond at every bend in the route. The cop uses a combination of ability and intelligence to maneuver through busy junctions and tight passageways, while staying one step ahead of their adversaries. The distant screech of sirens, reverberating off the nearby buildings, serves as a continual reminder of how dangerous the pursuit is. A thrilling finale that keeps spectators on the tip of their seats is reached as the tension builds with every second that goes by. Will the cop win this time, or will the night's hazards prove to be too much to overcome? As the chase rushes toward its exciting climax, only time will tell what kind of lasting impact it will have on everyone who witnesses the terrifying events playing out on film. Fear and anxiety are palpable in the tight seconds before the officer's amazing escape. Bullets fly by, their lethal path serving as a clear warning of the dangerous circumstances that are developing. Nevertheless, the cop stands out as a ray of calm amid the mayhem. They skillfully drive their patrol car over the hazardous terrain with steely nerves and a steady hand, taking calculated risks if there is an impending threat. When the chase reaches a peak, it turns into a contest of cunning and determination, in which the officer's intuition is up against their opponent's unrelenting assault. The stakes are bigger and the margin for error gets smaller with each turn of the route. Nevertheless, the officer remains unflinching in his resolve and sheer willpower. Then, in an intensely dramatic moment, the officer pulls off a daring move that defies all odds. They swerve abruptly to the side with split-second accuracy, just missing a barrage of bullets that appear to be coming from all directions. The officer's fast thinking and unwavering courage in the face of overwhelming odds are demonstrated by this move, which defies sense. A tangible sense of relief permeates the landscape as the dust settles and the threat disappears in the distance. The cop somehow survives the pandemonium that threatened to engulf them despite all odds. It's a triumphant moment that demonstrates the resiliency of the human spirit and the unwavering resolve of those who defend and serve. Following this terrifying experience, the officer's fortunate escape acts as a call to action for bravery and perseverance in the face of difficulty. It serves as a reminder that there is always hope and a possibility for atonement, even in the depths of our despair. Furthermore, the officer is a brilliant example of the bravery and sacrifice that characterize the honorable profession of law enforcement as they drive off into the night, their determination strengthened by the encounter. The aftermath unfolds with a mix of relief, tiredness, and a lingering sensation of amazement as the pandemonium of the pursuit fades. The officer catches their breath and evaluates the situation, their heart still racing from the adrenaline surge of the encounter. The patrol car, bullet-riddled and wounded from the barrage of rounds it took, is a witness to how intense the gunfight was. There are bullet holes all over the outside and broken glass all over the interior, serving as glaring reminders of the dangerous circumstances the officer barely avoided. When other law enforcement professionals and emergency personnel show up in the midst of the mayhem, it serves as a comforting reminder of the solidarity and support that characterize the profession. The officers' support and encouragement from their fellow officers during the officer's account of what happened is evidence of the relationships that are formed in the furnace of mutual peril and hardship. As this is going on, forensic specialists start their thorough investigation into the incident, searching the site for any evidence or hints that could reveal the attacker's identity and motivations. Each shell casing and skid mark contributes to the jigsaw of figuring out what exactly happened before the officer's incredible escape. The inquiry moves forward with painstaking attention to detail, determined to leave no stone unturned in its search for answers. As the hours progress into days and the days into weeks, the officer experiences a range of feelings during the inquiry, including relief at having made it through the horror, gratitude for their fellow officers' assistance, and a strong sense of purpose to see that justice is done. But in the middle of all of this chaos, there's also a persistent sense of disquiet, a persistent worry of what might have been if fate hadn't worked in their favor. The cop finds themselves in the public eye as the investigation progresses and the puzzle pieces start to fit together. The media and public are drawn to their story. Interview requests are inundating news outlets, and the dashcam video of the interaction becomes widely circulated, igniting discussion and conjecture. The officer at the center of it all, however, keeps his or her attention on the mission at hand, defending their neighborhood and making sure that justice is done. And when they consider what happened, they are inspired with a fresh sense of purpose and resolve to follow their noble calling in spite of the risks involved. Because in the end, what truly sets them apart is not their fear of risk, but rather their unflinching dedication to serving and defending those who rely on them at all costs. Following the terrifying experience, the officer's lucky escape inspires a deep moment of appreciation and thought. They are overwhelmed with appreciation for the communities and their fellow cops' outpouring of support, and they are thankful for their survival. Every day serves as a reminder of how fleeting life is and how important it is to savor each moment. They are honored by the chance to make a difference and reaffirm their commitment to upholding the courage, resiliency, and selflessness that characterize the honorable profession of law enforcement as they continue to serve and protect their community with unwavering dedication. Stay tuned for more heart-pounding stories and courageous acts of bravery from law enforcement officers around the world. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to join us on our journey of inspiration, resilience, and dedication to protecting and serving our communities.